Watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Yamari Sase. We'll get to your top stories in just a minute, but it's time for weather. Meteorologist Jackie Layer is in the building to let us know how hot it's going to be.
Yeah, out there, Yamari, later on this afternoon, hazy, hot, and humid yet again. It's DMV first warn day as you're going to be tracking those heat index values well into the triple digits again after the last couple of days of that. Highs today expected to be into those upper 90s. But like I mentioned, feels like temperatures into the triple digits. This is also why we do have that heat advisory that will hold till 9 p.m. this evening. Heat index could be anywhere between 103 to 108 degrees later on today. So make sure you are staying cool and staying hydrated. Tomorrow, though, won't be quite as hot as the day today, but we also have some more rain and thunderstorm chances on the way tomorrow afternoon. Later on today, you can't want that chance for a stray thunderstorm, but with how humid it is, any of those showers or storms could contain those heavier downpours just because of how much moisture is in the air. But in terms of temperatures, upper 90s through at least 4 p.m. Could be into those upper 80s by 8 p.m. thanks to some of that relief, thanks to a shower or thunderstorm. So if you don't see the thunderstorm activity today, you'll likely see it tomorrow. I'll have more details and timing of that coming up.
Now, for most people, when it's this hot outside, they try to stay indoors, but not everyone can or wants to escape the oppressive conditions. DC News Now's Tim Reed shows us how both firefighters and people working out outdoors are battling the heat.
Despite the excessive heat and humidity, Kayshawn Edwards is braving the conditions, exercising.
And just being able to, how you say, manage just the hot weather out here, take breaks, for real. You just take breaks, make sure you bring water with you, some nice cold water.
Meanwhile, Prince George's County firefighters are busy working in the dangerous heat. The department says they handle roughly 500 calls per day, and that means these first responders have to strap on 70 pounds of gear to go fight fires.
And try and keep them in the shade pre-incident, try and keep them in cool temperatures pre-incident as often as we can. So basically, if you're not on a call, we want you in the air conditioning resting so that when that call for service does come, they're properly prepared to act and serve.
In between calls of service, the firefighters keep bottled water close to stay hydrated and stay indoors in the AC as much as possible.
We have trucks, we have gear, we have hose lines, we have all the equipment needed, but our people are our greatest assets.
So yeah, I pretty much come here, get my cardio in.
That was our Tim Reed reporting, and those people working out at the park tell us they don't care how hot it gets, they're going to keep working out outside. And the heat turning some activities in the district into extreme sports as people are making sure to take the needed extra precautions. People in D.C. are doing whatever they can to stay cool, but it's not preventing them from going outside. On the National Mall, athletes in Volo leagues braved the temperatures to play soccer and volleyball Tuesday night. Players say they made sure to bring extra water. Some also brought fans, and Volo staff made sure everyone playing took some time to cool off.
Any of the sports that are consistent running and you're outside, or volleyball, soccer, football, we're definitely trying to break it up a little more just to get them in the shade for a second, get some water, rehydrate, and then get back out there.
Temperatures are expected to reach the upper 90s today, so drink lots of water to stay hydrated. And also happening today, the Washington Monument will also be closed for a third day in a row due to extreme heat in the D.C. area and the safety of visitors and staff. They have apologized for any inconvenience they may have caused. And early voting has started in Northern Virginia in the special election. It's time to fill that congressional seat and previously held by the late Jerry Connolly. Now, Democratic voters kicked off 3 days of early voting at the Fairfax County Government Center. They have to pick between 10 candidates, including 2 state lawmakers and Connolly's former aide, whom he endorsed. And voters braving the heat saying it was important for them to pick someone who stood up to the Trump administration.
Feels like more than 100 degrees and you still came out here to vote. Why?
And I'm having knee surgery tomorrow, so because it's that important. If we don't vote, we don't have a right to complain if we don't go vote.
Republicans will hold their nominating events Friday at the Government Center from 2 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. at Fairfax High School. 7 candidates are vying for that nomination. And in the district, a police officer is recovering after being stabbed in the head. According to police union, he was stabbed while trying to stop a suspect from stealing from a CVS. Now, this happening at around 8 yesterday morning on Florida Avenue in Northwest. The suspect has been taken into custody and is facing multiple charges. The officer is expected to be okay. And hundreds of Jewish leaders from across the country will be in D.C. this week calling for more security support. Now, 400 people, part of the Jewish Federations of North America, arrive tomorrow and plan to ask Congress and the Trump administration for increased safety measures for community and religious organizations. This all comes following the recent attacks in D.C. and Colorado.
In our local community, just in Greater Washington, we currently spend around $4 to $5 million in a small set of organizations. That excludes all the synagogues on personnel for security. And so we're asking for both the physical security as well as personnel, support for personnel to increase security and then increase ability to fight, to identify the people who want to cause harm.
He goes on to say many organizations are anticipating spending up to 50% more on security instead of other initiatives. Now, Homeland Security does have programs that provide grants to nonprofits for physical safety improvements. And disturbing allegations in Northern Virginia, a man accused of raping an elderly woman at an assisted living center in Manassas. Now, investigators say he's a convicted sex offender. DC News Now's Dave Laval has the latest on the new charges against the suspect.
I think it was bad because I live right there.
John Lee, still reeling from the news. Police arrested a man who allegedly raped an elderly woman at the nearby senior assisted living facility.
It's bad over there.
Police say Benjamin Dinardi managed to get into the building through an unsecured door last Friday morning. The 32-year-old is said to have entered the victim's room and raped the 85-year-old woman. Employees held him until police arrived. The victim went to the hospital for treatment.
Appalling, right?
Renee Carr is with the Prince William County Police Department. She's handled rape cases, but not one like this.
There is some very wonderful people, living in these retirement facilities, and when you hear about something like this happening, we're just appalled by the actions taken. And
safety following the attack is on the mind of Lee and for his wife.
I do worry about it, and we have cameras all over because we have people coming in and stealing everything in your backyard and everything else over there.
Other charges for Dinardi include abduction and burglary. He's been a registered sex offender in Virginia since September 2018.
Dinardi's been convicted of similar crimes from that date back to 2017. He remains held without bond and returns to court next month. And in Maryland, the state government is implementing a hiring freeze as a way to save money. Governor Wes Moore saying this is partly due to the Trump administration's layoff of federal workers and its effect on Maryland's economy. Now, Maryland House Republicans praising the governor for this decision. They released a statement saying, quote, "It is good to see the governor is finally facing the realities of our state budget crisis and addressing them in a serious way. The level of government employee growth is unaffordable and unsustainable, and the hiring freeze will go into effect next Tuesday, July 1st. And the Montgomery County Council commemorating Pride Month. This marked 7 years the county has commenced Pride Month. This year's theme is Unbreakable Pride and Unshakable Power. They featured a video documenting Pride leaders making a difference. They also talked about how the county needs to improve their support and fight for gender-affirming care, as well as support same-sex marriages.
We have our rights, but we got to keep fighting for them, because we are not going back in the closet. We are not being erased. And there's no place I'd rather be than Montgomery County.
Then the meeting ended with a proclamation to continue working with the LGBTQ+ community. Now, if you live in D.C., here's a reminder that the spray parks are open every day from 10 in the morning until 6 at night. There's splash pads in all 8 wards. There's also outdoor pools open 6 days a week, plus cooling centers all across the district. All right, Jackie, let's get to that forecast. It's going to be hot today, right?
Yeah, another hot and humid one, similar to what we had yesterday, but dare I say maybe a degree or two cooler than yesterday. Yesterday, we saw those high temperatures very close to the triple digits in D.C. We reached a high of 99 degrees. We did reach those triple digits, though, in Luray as well as Lexington Park. We also saw those upper 90s up towards Hagerstown as well as Frederick. The high temperatures today, very similar to yesterday, but we're not seeing any triple digits on this high temperature map forecasted for the day today. 98 for D.C., 97 in Hagerstown, tracking that high of 98 over towards Culpeper, Luray as well. But we will have that heat index again later on this afternoon, all thanks to that humidity too. We'll be seeing a bit more of the sunshine still continue to be sticking around before some clouds do pop up later on today. But that future heat index, we're talking 103 to 108 degrees potentially will feel like during the daytime heating of the day. I would say between 3 and 5 p.m. really the height of that heat index. As we get towards later this evening, slowly dropping, still right around 7 p.m. We still have a few areas where it still feels like it's right around the triple digits. Heat advisory holds until 9 p.m. this evening all across the area. And that, like I mentioned, heat index could be up to 108 degrees today with that heat advisory in place. Playing out the rest of your day, we'll see a bit more of the cloud cover right around 4 p.m. Maybe a stray thunderstorm could pop up around that point too. Could even see that stray thunderstorm right around 8 p.m. this evening ahead of sunset. But we'll see those high temperatures, upper 90s, right into those upper 80s by 8 p.m. as we approach sunset. And it's a view of that stray thunderstorm that could pop up through the afternoon and evening. So heads up, any of those thunderstorms that do pop up could contain the heavier downpours, all thanks to how much moisture is in the air, very humid. So with any shower or storm that does pop up, that could contain the heavier rainfall. Then as we wake up tomorrow morning, dry, and then we're going to be tracking some scattered thunderstorms popping up as we get towards tomorrow afternoon. So if you don't see that shower or thunderstorm activity today in your area, I would say you have a better chance to see that tomorrow, and that will be continuing through at least tomorrow evening. Friday, we wake up dry before we see some more scattered showers and storms. But Friday, the big story that day is the fact that we'll finally see some relief from all this heat and humidity. Still will be quite muggy out there Friday, but at least high temperatures won't be quite as hot as the last several days. We'll be back in those low 80s to round out the work week, and we'll also have more cloud cover. Winds mainly out of the east, keeping temperatures cool, and also those scattered showers and thunderstorms out there for the end of the week. Here's the rest of that 7-day outlook. We go right back to the southerly wind on Saturday and Sunday, pumping in more of that heat back to right around 90 degrees Saturday and Sunday, with some scattered afternoon thunderstorms both days, so stay weather aware for that. Still some thunderstorm activity in the forecast to start off that next work week as well, and highs right around 90 Monday and Tuesday.
Well, the Washington Wizards making a major move ahead of the NBA draft today. Yesterday, they traded away star guard Jordan Poole to the New Orleans Pelicans, and the Wizards also trading away Saddiq Bey and this year's 40th overall pick. In return, they're receiving veteran guard C.J. McCollum, big man Kelly Olynyk, and a future second-round pick. The team is now looking ahead to the draft, where they have the 6th and the 18th overall picks. The first round will be at 8 p.m. tonight. And the NBA draft starts tonight, and there's a few DMV stars who are looking to be picked. After leading the Terps to the Sweet 16, Maryland's Derek Queen is now projected to be a lottery pick. The 20-year-old would be the first Terp drafted in 4 years. And Georgetown Thomas Sorber also hoping to hear his name called tonight. The 6'10" prospect is expected to go late in the first round. Well, get ready. Grammy-winning artists Brandy and Monica are making a stop in the D.C. and Maryland this fall for their first ever co-headlining tour, The Boy Is Mine. The tour will also feature Kelly Rowland and Mooney Long, and they're scheduled to perform in Baltimore on November 2nd, and that they'll be in the District on November 30th. Tickets will go on sale on Friday, and the full tour is scheduled on our website at dcnewsnow.com. And that's all for the time that we have this morning on DC News Now. Stick around for more news and weather coming up on DC News Now at noon.